Evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Village Board meeting here on Monday, June 9th. Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Charlene, roll call, please.
This evening, we're starting with trustee Kittredge, who's absent this evening. McClafferty is also absent. Shaughnessy.
Here.
Snagowski.
Here.
Stapleton.
Here.
Forsley.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, next up, we have the consent agenda, which consists of the following. We have the approval of minutes from the village board meeting on May 12th. We have the minutes from the committee of the whole meeting, which is on May 19th. We have approval of disbursements from May 13th through May 26th, as well as May 27th through June 10th. We have an ordinance O-28-25 authorizing the sale and disposal of surplus village property. We have a resolution, R-37-25, amending the Village Personnel Manual. We have a resolution, R-38-25, approving an intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Lamont, the Lamont Park District, and the Lamont Township for the Independence Day celebration coming up on July 3rd. So I need a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Snagowski, seconded by trustee Shaughnessy for the consent agenda. Any comments, George?
Yeah, if I could just make one note. I was just talking to trustee Snagowski before the meeting. For item 3E, we partner with the Park District in Lamont Township on the fireworks celebration each year, and we don't always bring this to the board. In fact, I don't think we brought it in the last several years. It's one of our favorite events every year. This is an intergovernmental agreement where we have a matching contribution for direct contributions. I think it's been $10,000 for the last several years, and this year it's gone up to $15,000 per entity. Going forward, if that contribution goes up, by 10% per year or higher, then it'll come back to the board directly annually. But just as a housekeeping measure, that's not in the agreement now, but just so there's some provision in there where it comes back to the board. But for the last, I think, 5-6 years, it has stayed flat. But with the cost of fireworks celebrations, and it has remained flat prior. So,
all I know it's my favorite day of the year. It's the best event. So any other questions or comments from the board on that? Okay. All right. With that being said, Charlene, do you want to take roll call on that, please?
Oh, sure. Kittredge, McClafferty are absent. Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Forsley?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. All right. We have next up the mayor's mention. Again, full summer is just about to kick in. We're going to be getting the weather, I think, this week. So with that being said, the official summer event season is kicked off. Last week, unfortunately, the car show got canceled on Wednesday, but the soiree on Thursday, great turnout and great band, and awesome to see everyone out again. So again, the car shows, the cruise nights, again, are every Wednesday. Next one is June 11th, coming up here in a couple of days. It features the exotic cars and expo night from 6 to 9 p.m. Of course, that's in our downtown. And Wednesday, June 18th, the week after, is tractor and kids night. So keep those marked on your calendar. Also, the Village of Lamont hosts car shows Wednesday nights through August 27th. There will not be a car show, however, on July 2nd. Again, that's day before our big July 3rd celebration that we just talked about. So please visit lamontdowntown.com for signature events and a webpage for more information. And also, please visit our Lamont Cruise Nights Facebook page for any event cancellation along with any other information. So hopefully, the weather cooperates for this coming Wednesday. I think so far so good. So next up, hosted by the Lamont Park District. This week's Sunset Soiree again, we have one this week on June 12th, will feature The Simple Remedy with classic Nashville sounds. And then on Thursday, June 19th, the Red Roses play alternative and indie hits. Seating opens up at 6 p.m. on Stevens Street. We shut that down, of course, and music is from 7 to 10 p.m., so bring your chairs and enjoy the music. Please visit the Lamont Park District Facebook for any event cancellation. And for more for Sunset Soiree information and for the full schedule and things to know, please visit lamontdowntown.com on the Signature Events webpage. Next up, we have The Forge, which has Lamont Quarry. The Lamont Quarries host the Forge Food Fest, which will be on Sunday, June 22nd, starting at 12 p.m. at the Mount. Experience a lineup of Chicagoland's favorite food, from juicy burgers and street tacos to sweet funnel cakes and ice cream, plus live music at the ultimate summer celebration of food. For more information and to purchase tickets, please visit forgeparks.com. And lastly, also new at the Forge this year is an 18-hole miniature golf course designed for all ages and skill levels. Please be sure to check it out and all their activities, again, as well as their summer concert lineup. And again, that's at forgeparks.com. So that is it for the mayor's report. Charlene, next up, clerk's report.
Thank you. The first item I have is a resolution R-39-25, and this is authorizing the order and purchase of Wright Sander mowers and certain specifications and equipment through the Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Snigowski, seconded by trustee Shaughnessy. Do we have any questions or comments regarding this?
Yeah, I'll take it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thanks, Ro.
This is a resolution to purchase 4 standing lawnmowers for our department. Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative, that's what we use for most of our equipment. Shorewood Home and Auto is part of that Sourcewell Purchasing Cooperative. So staff recommendation is to purchase 4 mowers for $43,846.36.
Thanks, Ralph.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments?
We're trading in some of the old ones?
We're trading in 3 older mowers. 2 of them are from 2016 and 1 is from 2020. And we're getting $6,200 for those 3.
Thanks, Ralph.
Yep.
Okay, roll call, please.
Kittredge and McClafferty are absent. Snigowski, excuse me, Shaughnessy.
Yes.
Snigowski.
Yes.
Stapleton. Worsley.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
The next item is a resolution also R-40-25, and this is approving professional services agreement between H.R. Green Incorporated and the Village of Lamont, Illinois for 131st and Derby Road traffic signal design engineering.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Shaughnessy. Any questions or comments regarding this?
I'll take this one as well.
Thanks, Ralph.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is a resolution to enter into an agreement with H.R. Green for the design engineering at 131st and Derby for a traffic signal. There's a lot going on in that area in the future, near future. Bike paths, parks, and the county is recommending that we do a traffic signal. So staff recommendation is to get into the agreement with H.R. Green for $54,600 $606.51.
Thanks, Ralph. Okay, any other questions or comments?
A lot of people be cheering this because it's been a sore point for a number of years, so glad to see it go. Yes. Thanks.
Awesome. All right. Roll call, please.
Kittredge and McClafferty are absent. Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Zagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Horsley.
Yes.
Motion approved.
The next item is also a resolution, R-41-25, and this is approving a professional services consulting agreement between H.R. Lochner Incorporated, yes, and the Village of Lamont for the Smith Road Area Corridor Study.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by trustee Snagowski, seconded by trustee Shaughnessy.
I'll take this one, thank you.
George,
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Presented for approval is a professional services agreement that would conduct a corridor study for Smith Road and the surrounding area from 135th Street to 127th near the Village of Lamont to evaluate the existing conditions, the potential improvements to restrict truck traffic, among many other goals. The project would include data collection, a review component, other components including existing plans, traffic data, et cetera, of the various roads within the area, an analysis of the proposed improvements, including truck routing and capacity, truck restriction options, including potential jurisdictional transfer options, and other legal requirements related to those options. There will be a final corridor study report presented to future committee meetings and upon completion of the project. We discussed this project at the May Committee of the Whole. I think the board was favorable upon the project and made comment. This project, was discussed during the budget process, although to a limited extent from an economic development standpoint for 135th. But we wanted to expand upon it and make it a little bit more comprehensive, especially when dealing with some of the challenges we've been having on High Road, Smith Road, with some of the the tankers from the industry in the area, Citgo, ExxonMobil, and some of the routing that's been happening. A lot of changes over the last 10, 15 years with the tollway coming in, and I think it's a good time to take a comprehensive look back and see what's happening in the area with the changing conditions. And 135th being expanded recently by the county, by Will County, and just taking a comprehensive look at our adjacent areas, especially with some of the development pressures that the village is seeing. I think it'll be a good analysis, and we're excited to see this analysis take place. So we're also looking to get some feedback from the community, and I know we had some residents that were unincorporated residents that were at the meeting last week and who've been at our meeting for several years and who know where the trucks are going when they come. We'd like to reach out and get their contact information so our consultant can get in touch with them as well. So they'll get started upon completion or approval, and probably about a good 5-6 months for the study to come to fruition.
and I know we talked quite a bit about this at the Committee of the Whole last week. And again, this is 135th and Smith Road going up to 127th. The village owns 127th, George, from the basically west up at, from Smith Road west.
All the way to New Avenue.
All the way to New Avenue.
Yep. And
Which
High Road.
means the village has to pay for that road, maintain it, yet that area is pretty much all unincorporated. And then we have High Road, correct?
Correct,
We,
from 127th to halfway, about there,
Yeah. To
two-thirds.
Yeah.
Yeah, two-thirds.
And again,
It's
that's
excellent.
all unincorporated. And I think there was some comments that we took this over. I believe this was assigned to us. I wasn't here. I don't know the history. I don't know if this was formerly a Will
Vacated.
County, we got vacated. Basically, it was handed to us. Reason why I bring this up is that there's a lot of traffic on these streets. To be frank, it's a lot of Citgo traffic and/or filling up off of, is that Mobile? Yeah, the Mobile station. Again, none of these entities pay taxes towards the Village of Lamont. However, we have to maintain these roads, and, you know, I think, you know, especially High Road, you know, I still don't understand why we even keep it open, to be honest with you. I don't know, you know, Mike, what our options are. You know, should we privatize that road? Should we make it a toll road? I don't know, but my point is as residents, we're trying to limit the truck traffic, and a lot of this truck traffic comes, if you ever follow it, they fill up right there on 127th and New. A lot of the trucks jog down south on New, head west on 135th, and then jump back on Smith Road going northbound. Again, that's another issue because they, once again, enter near our residential areas. 135th was made 5 lanes. That was done primarily through Will County Board, and Will County, you know, makes sense. It's, according to what we've heard, this is an industrial corridor. You have a refinery there. That's where the trucks should stay. That's where we would, you know, wish them to be. But again, Smith Road, we do not have jurisdiction over that. So I just bring this up just so that we're all on record and people understand, you know, we're doing this study because, you know, it's basically, we have to deal with the, you know, this congestion, these issues. And we have residents that, to be frank, are not in our town that, you know, we totally understand their, you know, their issues. But again, this is really not our jurisdiction outside of it being our road. So that's, you know, again, just wanted to go on record for that. I don't know if anyone else has any other comments. If not, roll call, please.
Okay, again, Kittredge and McClafferty are absent. Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Stokowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Worsley?
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
John, I got a general comment there.
Yes.
Lochner, who we just awarded this contract to, or just so you know, Paul Lodi went over there. Lodi used to be director of highways. He's a good guy and has a lot of experience. So he's somebody, you know, if you need more help, we could talk with him, George, and
Awesome.
he's a pretty good guy.
Great, great. All right. Okay, so motion approved. All right, next up.
Okay, I have ordinance O-29-25, and that's amending the Title 17 of the Lamont Municipal Code, the Lamont Unified, I don't know what's wrong, Unified Development Ordinance that was done in 2008.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Shaughnessy. Who's, Jason?
I could explain it,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. So as discussed at the committee of the whole, this small amendment adds a number of missing definitions to the UDO, and it allows some amendments to the institutional zoning district to allow for larger sheds and architectural metal on non-street facing facades and restricted to only 25% of a wall.
Thank you, Jason.
You are welcome.
Any other questions, comments? All right, roll call, please.
Okay, again, Kittredge and McClafferty are absent. Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Stokowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Worsley?
Yes.
All right, motion approved.
And that's all I have.
Thank you, Charlene. Okay, next up, Mike, anything on the village attorney report? Thank you. George, village administrator report.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple quick items just to tie the meeting together. We were notified recently that we received a grant through the state of Illinois, ITEP funding for 131st Street, and that's for our, related to the signal, related, unrelated, same corridor for our bike path we're pretty excited about for about $500,000 for the separated bike trail along 131st Street, which will take, you know, connect to the rest of our network from Derby Road all the way to Bell Road. So we're pretty excited about that. That's in Phase 1 engineering. I know the board approved that agreement probably a year and a half ago now. That's going through that process. And so that, along with previously secured federal funding, that should have that project pretty well funded. And, you know, I think for a 2027 construction I'll take the over, right, Mayor?
Right.
With dealing with IDOT
Unfortunately, yes.
and Cook County. But no, we're excited about that project because, as we all know, 131st has 0 pedestrian accommodations now. So that's moving forward. And we're happy for the state's partnership now. So that's moving forward. And, you know, the having now a partnership with Cook County on the signal, you know, they recognize with the park there now that the signal has to happen. So that's got to get engineered and plans put out to, you know, for bid, and hopefully by next year we get the signal up, you know, by the time the park opens. So
Take the over.
I'll take the over, yeah, but the park's got to open, so we're,
No.
and we hope it all happens, and, but no, very excited for the funding.
No, yeah.
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 But on, you know, the other side of it, we're talking about our study on the roads west of Smith Road. I did receive a notification from the Will County Land Use Department last week that there is going to be a zoning hearing coming up soon. It was noticed up for a property at 13141 South High Road in Romeoville, Illinois, although it's unincorporated. That's the address for a map amendment from A1 to I3 in DuPage Township, which is unincorporated Will County. And that is to permit an outdoor storage of vehicles and recreational vehicles, construction and farm equipment, and building materials. So just wanted to notify you that. We're gonna, we could bring this up at a committee meeting as well, but I just wanted to bring this up. This is the same property at the village. You know, we put out a letter of objection probably 8 months ago now. Time flies, right, Jason? A little bit of a different application. Last time it was a special use. This is, you know, potentially a little bit more alarming because a rezoning, you know, it's a little bit more difficult to condition up a rezoning. A rezoning take this to a little bit more intense usage, but similar use, you know, along High Road. High Road, as we talked about just now, is a village road. So we'll have to, you know, put together, and talking to Jason earlier, a letter of objection once again and send that to the, assuming we have, you know, support from the board for that letter of objection. We'll talk more at maybe the committee of the meeting next week, committee of the whole meeting next week.
Where did you read that?
I received the notification from the Will County Land Use Department, so I'll send this out after the meeting.
From Will County, but what did you say about DuPage County?
DuPage
Township.
DuPage Township.
Township.
Correct.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Then, do Page have jurisdiction over that road?
Downers Grove did
Correct.
at one time.
I
Downers
thought it-
Grove Township, if I remember,
Yeah.
many years ago.
Yep. Screwy.
Was it the town, yeah, didn't the township vacate it to us, or?
Yeah. So
That's what I thought was the,
They wanted to get rid of their highway department for the,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because I think,
So I'll post that online as well.
yeah,
All right.
okay. Well, just to piggyback, again, one more thing on High Road that is not going to be in our town. So, yeah, we have to take care of that
With
town
trucks now, apparently.
with trucks, and you have a limited height restriction with the piping going overhead. So, again, you know, we'll see what happens there. So, all right, is that it? Okay, and, you know, again, going back to the bike trail on 131st, very excited about that. And, again, going back to talking about ownership of roads, that's a Cook County road, correct? So, we cannot, you know, we could recommend getting speed reductions, we could recommend putting in stoplights, right there at Derby. However, this is at the mercy of Cook County. And obviously, we've been working with them. They've done the studies on it. But again, it is their call, and all we could do is recommend and encourage, and that's what we continue to do. So, but excited about the park and excited about the bike trail. So thanks, George. All right, next up, board reports. Do we have anything?
Yes, Mayor, thank
Go
you. I
ahead.
just want to offer our condolences to the family of Chicago Police Officer Crystal Rivera, 36-year-old member of the department who was killed tragically June 5th in the performance of her job. Leaves behind a daughter, 10 years old, Bella, her mom, Yolanda. Just a tragedy, just another reminder of how fragile life could be in law enforcement. She was the 16th officer killed in the United States this year from January to April, and ask that you keep her family in your prayers. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Any other board? Okay. All right, next up, staff reports. Chief, go ahead.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I wanted to thank the residents who came out and supported our efforts in the fundraiser on May 16th for Special Olympics in Illinois. We had the cap on our rooftop on Dunkin' Donuts. We had a couple of our Special Olympics athletes out there at those locations as well. We raised $8,190 that will be donated for the athletes to compete in the statewide games from the area, and that will be in the summertime in Normal, Illinois. So again, thanks for everybody that came out and supported us. We also, in May 29th, we graduated our first Citizens Police Academy that we've held here in a long time. It was my first one since Kevin started the program. We had a lot of our Citizens Police Alumni Association folks actually sat in for that, even though they've been to the class before, but it was great. We had 15 sign up, 12 actually graduated. We had 3 of the nuns that had signed up and just couldn't make it from the Franciscan Village. We'll catch them next time, but we're glad to have 12 new members in it, and we'll continue it. I want to thank Sergeant Dave Gentile, who coordinated the whole class and went there for each of the 6 weeks, and all the folks who came in and provided training for that. It was a great effort, and we'll have more of those to move forward.
Awesome. Thanks, Chief. All good? All right.
Just a reminder.
Go ahead, Darshana.
For vehicle stickers to be bought, they're available online. They're effective July 1st of this year until June 30th of next year. Just a reminder.
Awesome. I just put mine on, Darshana. I'm official now. No late fees for me this year. All right. Thank you. All right, let's see, any unfinished or new business? All right, George, audience participation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. If anybody has any comment for audience participation, you can come up to the podium now, and it is your turn. Come on up.
Good evening, Dan Tholatowski, 461 Wheeler Drive. Thank you for all you're doing tonight, all this exciting, Derby and 131st. Oh, we needed that, so that's fantastic. I also want to thank you for approving lawnmowers, because I live behind a detention area, and the Public Works do a phenomenal job. They're wearing out those mowers, Ralph. The guys are doing a hell of a job. They really are. I'm real proud of the work that they do, from snow plowing to grass cutting. We've got the best, and we should be proud of them, and I thank them. And Ralph makes sure, every time I see him, I tell him thanks, but appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. And you reminded me, it's a tough time of the year because a lot of dandelions, and they could grow within 3 days, right, Ralph? So we're obviously aware of that. Private places, we keep an eye on it. I know someone reached out to me about 127th and State Street, but no, I mean, thanks again, Ralph. It's tough this time of the year. I know the rain finally happened, so anyway, great job. All right.
Anybody else?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Glasso. Been a resident of Lamont with my wife, Anna, for just over a year now, and we moved here from Chicago. We've really been enjoying the amenities that Lamont has, the parks, the Forge. We attended the concert this past weekend, had a great time. Look forward to our children, our future children, attending the school district. One thing that we do miss about where we were in Chicago is the walkability, and particularly where we live. So Ann and I live in the Oak Tree subdivision off of Archer Avenue and McCarthy Road, right by Cog Hill. And that area, as well as neighboring subdivisions like Kensington Estates, have essentially limited to no access to the rest of the village. There are plenty of businesses in walking distance for us. I believe it's called the Derby Plaza, that has various restaurants, a fresh market, my primary care physician, different amenities that we'd like to take part in. However, the lack of proper walking path limits us from doing so. So coming here tonight to make everyone aware of the issue that we're currently facing, and also to ask for your assistance and support in helping to provide some form of walkable sidewalk, biking path, something that will give us access in our area to the rest of what the village of Lamont has to offer.
Thanks, Mac. Thanks, Anna. Yes, again, that's one of our primary emphasis. We just talked about 131st, and, getting pedestrian right away and bikeways as well. It's very important. So totally understand where you're coming from. Every subdivision has their own story, right? As far as, are you next to unincorporated? Do we have the right of way to do it? That sort of thing. But we're, I think almost to everyone on this board, we talk about, getting right of way and getting, connectivity, especially biking. And I know, just downtown where, people would have never even thought 10 years ago, hey, we'd be connecting to the Centennial Trail. We're working on that. So, bear with us. We hear you. Again, we're excited for at least the south side, the part of town. But again, thanks for coming out and voicing your concern, Mac.
If I still have time, is there anything I can be doing in the immediate? If I don't have time, I understand.
No, I was wondering, I know our ADA Transition Plan Committee, is it looking at that part of town, Jason? Is that part of their scope?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
And
I got
And you could check with-
draft email about this long.
Yeah, check with
waiting to send
Jason.
you,
Okay.
And I thought, 9 o'clock at night wasn't
you want to
appropriate.
grab Jason's
enough, yeah.
contact information, we have a
Yeah, so-
ADA Transition, committee, and, so there's going to be, that's almost completed, right, Jason? And he'll be able to get in contact with you.
It is IDOT road.
Yeah, I was going to
That's
tell
one
him
of the
it's a
challenges.
state highway,
Yep, understood.
and
State.
that
Yeah.
adds another level to the bureaucracy of getting things done.
Yep, understood.
But Jason's your man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
want to wait for him outside his office at 4 o'clock when he gets
He already
off.
has an email from me in his inbox, so.
But luckily, we just received a grant through CMAP, and they've been studying the whole town. But that is one challenge. You're separated by an IDOT, right of way, but you're not too far from those shops over there on Archer and Derby. But there's some challenges there. But look, we've been studying the town, and but yeah, Jason will get in touch with you.
No.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, Matt, thank you for coming to the meeting and expressing yourself. I mean, as a new resident, it's good to see. It's nice that you enjoy it in the year that you've been here, and of course, even bigger and better things to come. But on the idea that you have, I know we've all sort of faced it in different neighborhoods, and it takes time, but again, I think Jason be a great contact for you and help further that, okay?
Awesome.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. All right.
Anybody else? All right, seeing none.
Okay, thanks, George. All right. So no executive session tonight. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. Wishing everyone a great week. Next meeting is Committee of the Whole, which will be on Tuesday, correct?
Yep.
So wish everyone a very happy, to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Have a great week. Get out, enjoy the weather, and hopefully we'll see you Wednesday and Thursday. So thanks again, and roll call, please.
Okay, we're
Oh, actually, yeah, we need a motion to adjourn, please.
Moved.
Okay, motion by trustee Snagowski, seconded by trustee Stapleton. To adjourn, roll call, please.
Kittredge and McClafferty are absent. Shaughnessy?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Stapleton?
Yes.
And Forsley?
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Good night, everyone.
Did you